drink your coffee, relax, and make like even if you realize or not, your brain will be thinking of that problem. If you identify that problem as the problem that you want to solve, your brain is a magical creature where it will try to solve that problem for you. Like when you give AI a prompt and it's like thinking, that's us all the time. Like when we have the prompt is wherever we're getting the solution that we're trying to find, and we're always thinking in the back of our heads trying to come up with a solution how we can tackle that problem. So, and while doing that, to not diminish the diversity or the way that we can tackle the problem, it's really important to write down whatever idea that comes to your mind. So you just write down, let's say, I want to something I heard like when I go home, clean my room, right? And I want to keep it clean. How can I do this? I don't know. I have to start from doing the laundry first. You just write the ideas that comes to your pops in your head when you're not. Do not be like, oh, I have to do my laundry, but to do my laundry, I have to go pick, I don't know, the basket from downstairs. I don't know if it's there. We're not, while brainstorming, we're not trying to act on the problem, the solution. We're like just trying to find the solutions on how to fix the problem. So here, you should not judge your solutions. You should just write down your solutions. Okay. So now, as you guys have problems, what I want you to do is take out your phone or something that you write on. First, write your problem down, and then write solutions for 2 minutes. But again, the solutions are not. Don't look at it as silly or is it doable or not. Just write the solution that you imagine, right? And I want you to just write. We can grab papers from the back as well because we'll need it when we transform this into a group activity. But again, I want you to write whatever idea that comes to your mind tackling your problem. Just write. So write your problem in the top, and then write your ideas on how to tackle that problem. Yes.
Maybe any problem?
Any problem.
Everyone, make sure you actually do this step because very shortly we will be assembling the groups and you'll be forced to share those ideas. So don't just go on your phone and scroll through reels.
Yes.
By something that you can solve, do you mean like quite literally tomorrow? Like something that you can solve in one day?
Like not necessarily. So it doesn't have to be, again, a big problem, but it's something that you can solve maybe in a semester. It's not in one day I have to go and solve it, but it's or problem that you see within your community around you, and you're like, I want to solve this problem. This can be solved in a year. Okay, that's a reasonable time frame to solve a problem, maybe 2, but not like I will be able to solve this problem in 5 to 10 years. That I have to invest in this and that. But it's like something small within your community that you want to tackle and solve. Yes.
Does it have to be something in your community, or can it be something for yourself?
In this case, I would. We can go with yourself as well. I would have recommended with the community in general, but with yourself as well. In the group activity, I believe everyone will have similar problems as well, so that can be discussed as well. So you guys have 3 minutes. So at 12:15, we'll head on to the next phase.
Write a solution right now, yeah?
Yes, you write your problem at the top, and then you start writing solutions. Again, it is important. Just write. Don't think if your solution is a good solution, bad solution, silly solution. Just write the solution, because sometimes things that we think that are silly are actually the right solutions for those problems, and we don't even realize it before discussing and trying to advocate for that. So that's why just write down solutions. Write your problem and write the ways that you can solve that problem. Are we writing our solutions? Yes. Where? That's not a good place to write down your solutions. You have to write them down. We got to see them because we can forget whatever we thought about. You got to write it down. Again, reminder, the solutions do not have to be real, like it has to be, you have to think that it would solve your problem, but it doesn't have to be like, will this, will it not? Don't hesitate. Whatever solution comes to your mind, just write it down. You don't have to be thinking at this point if it's working or not. You just have to think if it's might possibly solve the problem. And everyone online as well. I believe we have a couple people on Zoom. You guys have to write it down as well. All right. Hopefully you guys got enough number of solutions, not in our heads, but on the front that we can see them. Yes, maybe. So just like a quick thing that before we transition into groups is, well, I was explaining to your friends, is that, again, with the brain, who thinks that Newton found out about gravity just after the apple fell down on his head? Like, we know the famous story that he discovered that there's gravity and has to solve it after he was sitting under a tree and an apple fell on his head. What's the percentage that we're thinking at that moment he realized it, or would it be a transitional period? Transitional, right? He was probably thinking how this world worked for maybe 5, 10, 20 years, or maybe since he was a child, right? How did things happen? Was there any physical law that made things fall? Because I don't think it's his first time seeing something fall, right? But he had a problem in his head, right? And he was thinking about it all the time. Now, one day while he was sitting, an apple fell down on his head, and he's like, right? Sometimes we have those moments, like moments. I can fix this like that. And that's how brainstorming, or our brains are very important and powerful part of us that can find solutions. So again, brainstorming in that sense is very important. We don't know when we will have that moment, but that moment is always good when you have a community, a group. You can try to tackle a problem on your own, but when you're on, you can last so much, right? You have to convince people. Maybe you're advocating something in school. You have to find the right teacher or the principal aide that will help you fight that problem, right? And get, maybe to even get their attention, you'll have to find enough friends from your school to advocate that this is a real problem and you have to solve it. So now we have to find our tribe. So what I want you to do is go around the room. So get up, go around the room, and try to find people with a similar problem to yours. It won't need to be exactly the same. It doesn't need to be exactly the same problem, but it's a similar problem. So you have to be either 2 to 3 people. So ask for problems that people are trying to solve. After that, we'll
guys, spread out throughout the room. Yeah, I'm trying to get like 90 right now.
Just indicate your problem, and then if it's the same person, form a group. Okay? Yeah. Go around and try someone that has a similar problem that you identified. Speak about the importance of yeah, the importance of being a group. We're doing that. Yeah. Before we start to go on and for them to navigate their problems, I'll let you go how there's some problems. I don't see everyone up. Is everyone going around the room to find their partners? You guys find who are And then what we'll try to do is we've done some individual brainstorming, right? Now we'll do collaborative brainstorming. Again, you have to combine the idea of not one person should speak for the group. Everyone should indicate their ideas and have the diversity and shared ideas and write all of them down before even reducing them to like, this is how we're going to solve the problem, but you'll have maybe at least 5 to 10 solutions for the problem question that you're going to indicate. So now we'll have 5 minutes so that you guys can discuss within your group and try to come up with the exact, like a defined problem that you have, and then 5 to 10 different solutions that you guys are going to write down.
So go ahead and start talking.
And so
Get everyone. So what do you guys think? Get everyone.
I gotta figure out how to get that guy. I gotta figure out how to get his attention.
I gotta do that.
So now,
Little house.
now you guys have maybe a little more now try to
Go around
find
and
one come up with
oh yeah.
What's the problem here?
yours is
Oh, valid.
no harm. No harm. I think you guys every city has great wildlife or wildlife. So how can we reduce that? Can be
That's right. Yeah.
have two areas.
I think I need a more.
We try to use another when you're
I have your phone on during a test.
Now, I want you guys
I love this idea.
to increase grades for that might be a solution. So
Yeah,
now, identify the problem and those good grades on students. And then as the personal activities and the other things come up as problems or reduce grades and grades. And then everyone invited you to a lot of things.
And the paper, guys.
Alright, Ben, let's go.
The problem.
The addiction of phone use. Yeah, the addiction of phone use is very I know who you are. You just call him. Alright,
Right, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, you're right. Listen to the ball. Oh, wow.
You're in college?
I thought you were in high school too.
That?
I look like a 40-year-old.
I don't know.
All the things, guys.
Oh, I there was like a 2 year or I did.
I really don't hear. Well, you were saying.
Like I'm a junior, a side officer group.
I'm sorry.
We're in the hotel.
I was gonna say something, but then she was providing more.
That's a movie. No way. You swear. Say you swear. No. Say you swear. Say you swear.
Yeah, the same thing
Give me the
The one that you didn't have. Why are you so fucking bare? Why are you putting highly confident about it?
Why is my GP so bad?
The hard work, always wants to know this, that stuff.
Yeah, you probably got
What we do when we send people to rehab is we say, okay, let's inject you with something and let's pray you get better. That's not what we should be doing.
Not only that, they're giving
Instead,
us
we
that they have to.
Last 1 minute.
Like,
You have at least 3, you're good. Last 1 minute for this activity. You have at least 3, you're good.
when it tastes like, oh, charges.
I'm making sure that if you're very violent criminal, you're not putting, because why did these violent criminals do the same thing again?
Fines plus time.
I feel like if you have no markup, you can't.
I know where
Yeah.
this guy is.
Why you can buy, in like certain states, you can buy a gun at Walmart.
No way.
Apparently so. If that is, I don't.
Or like you can take weapons.
I can't just say that.
All right, everyone. Do we have at least 3? 5 more minutes? Come on, too much time.
Except for them. No, they have like 3.
If they have at least 3, that's good. All right. Now, because the next assignment is within this minute, you probably have more than, yeah, that's good. Now identify the 3 that are possible to do, the top 3 solutions to your problem that are possible to do, and circle them. So I'm giving you 1 minute to decide on the top 3 solutions that you guys have found to tackle that problem and solve it.
I saw a wide variety of solutions.
Yeah.
I saw study, cheat, and I went over and I saw build an economic global system of communication around
Yes.
the framework of command. A big differentiation between some of the answers.
One man drowning while another dies of
They have an elaborate system. Theirs was on transportation from Nassau County.
I did a couple. I put some stuff on this here.
It's only Derek. It's make up day in the life.
What is being a quarterback mean?
I got giving money, and then I got access to a really nice network of alumni who are a bunch of top universities. It's like a community.
All right, did we all identify the top 3? Okay, I want your attention right here, right now again. All right, now, while tackling any problem, there's 2 methodologies that are known in the sector. One, there's agile, and there's waterfall. Did you guys ever heard of those terms? Waterfall and agile?
No.
You did, right? 2. Anyone else? 3. Agile and waterfall. What is waterfall? What do you do with waterfall methodology? Yes?
You kind of just like build up over time, like a waterfall. It gets like force gets harder as time increases.
Kinda, but not exactly. Yes?
Pulling every bit of information you have out. Forget that.
So, kinda, yes.
You put all you have in, because think of waterfall, it's very strong, it's a stream, most of it very strong, and it's falling down, so.
Yeah, it's like,
Can I
So-
have a guess?
yes, let's go.
Is it like a mixture or a conclusion of a bunch of different ideas? Because I don't know how the waterfalls work, but it's like basically different rivers coming to one big stream and then it's like.
We'll come to the idea of one big stream and doing it at once. When water, in a waterfall, then when the water falls, it goes, right? It's a direct approach, being like, this is my problem. I think this is the solution. Let's build this and go. But do we know if that solution is the real solution? Are we sure that's the real solution? We will find out after we apply it, right? We would not know before applying it, but then it might not be the right solution. Then what happened? We spent time, we wasted time, maybe resources, a lot of money, and maybe you guys know some problems. I know if you guys heard, like there's 2 problems that I have seen in the media, like for Africa, they wanted to tackle the technology problem, and their solution was to buy every kid a laptop. And then they made this large gaming laptops that are durable, that they thought that were durable, that can get internet access from far beyond. But the problem is there's not enough infrastructure to get the battery chargers, or the people who will be using those laptops are not even learn the concept of maybe phones in their houses, right? They don't know electronics, and now they get this device that they think it's a toy. I can just build a house with it, or I can throw it away or toss it like a frisbee, right? They didn't even know that those devices are usable. Then what they did is they break those things, and then this solution was not feasible. You're thinking of bringing technology to a country or a place where there isn't. It sounds like a good solution, but because we've done it in waterfall method, like we thought, okay, this is the problem. We don't have technology. Let's bring technology. Let's get all those donations to bring all those devices. It was actually a UN partner project in Africa, but then it failed. And another one is water wells, right? Is an important problem. Everyone have to go and try to bring the water up with using the levers, right? And someone wanted to make it more fun and more community engaged. So what they did is, do you guys know this turning wheel game that we have in our playgrounds that kids run around it and then it turns? they said, let's do that so the kids can play and water comes out. This sounds like a nice problem, a fun activity. But who does go to bring the water? Usually mothers in Africa. Like they walk all the way. And what ended up is after a month or two, it's like bringing a kid with them is a burden, right? So they left them in their communities. So we see older women trying to play with that turning wheel and get water for their families. That's hilarious now. It sounded like a fun, nice solution, but turned out to be a disaster, right? So that's the waterfall method. It's like we think of a problem, we think of a solution, we apply and put resources in it, and let's see what happens. But now, like a lot of big companies and everyone adapts the agile methodology while running projects. It's important to go on a loop, an iterative loop where we plan first. We have now, you guys selected 3 different solutions, right? So what we'll have to do is we have to know if those solutions would work or make sense for the communities that we're going to go and implement the project. We might think, or like 3 people, 4 people might think that's a good solution. But when we go to the broader community, we don't know if it's applicable, if that bill has would be able to be passed, or like the people believe in the same reasoning behind the buses are slow, or are people happy with buses are slow? I might be pissed at it, but people might be happy about it, right? So in this case, we plan, like we put our ideas, we design a concept. So whenever we go to people, we have to explain to them our ideas nicely. This can be a video. Now we have a lot of good tools with AI that you can generate a video from your writing, bringing your tools, or like you can make it create an image on what kind of device or what kind of solution that you can have, right? And that's, so it made things a lot faster. It's a nice tool that we can utilize, and then build it, and we have to test it. So instead of deploying something when we're testing it, like let's say broad in the whole country, we just deploy it in a couple demo cities. We see if our solution is actually a good solution, right? And then we tackle the problems within the solution. Now we're in the thing. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention is like the large companies try to do this saying of product market fit. So we have a great product. We might have the best product ever. Let's say Google came out on 2013 saying they had this Google glasses that everyone would be using, that had cameras on, they can see while they're walking and utilize it for everything. Did people pick it up? No. But now that people are more and more open to that idea, the timing might be better, that now we have the Ray-Ban, Meta, like, or those things, then people are using it as a prompter while they're speaking. So it's gotten more useful and more engaging as a solution right now. But in 2013, even if it was like a great idea or great device, it had no sense, right, to people, or a solution to people's problems at that time. So we have to find the exact timing and the community or people who we're working with to engage that solution. So now what we're gonna do is to validate and go this design is I want you to select one person in your group that will stay with your paper, and the others should go around and comment on other solutions. So what you're going to do is select someone from your group that will stay and discuss your solutions to others, and the others should go around and give some feedback to people's ideas. Good? All right, let's go. We have 3 minutes. So you have to select a person that will stay and talk about their own solution.
Let's go.
Let's go. One person will, you're the presenter in this group? Okay. Select the presenter, and then the others should go and have comments on the top 3, not all of them, to reduce time. The top 3 solutions that your friends found, I want you to collect as much feedback as possible. We have another problem right here that you guys don't have to wait for line to tackle this, or give feedback to this problem as well.
and actually that's some problem. You got a couple of options. Rather than providing classes to educate others not to forget and creating barriers.
We had the workshop on Saturday, no panels. No panels, no external speaker, one by me, one by you, one by Nina, that's it.
And I would say it would be hard, like smaller group is nice. I think we can do 2 different paths.
Yes.
I think that would go like that would go with panels in a small room. Like in NVIDIA they did that. Like they did in an NVIDIA conference. They had the conferences going on, like panelists and people that are speaking, and they had limited space for workshop rooms. And be like whoever signs up early gets that, and then you do one workshop with let's say 20 people. And there ended up with like 40, 50, but in our case, we can reserve a room and be like, that's a workshop room that will have workshops throughout the day. And whoever signs up to that workshop can come. And there we will build more connection and diversity. Yeah.
And should we rotate now?
I don't know if they'll be like a
computer for a smooth.
We have five different stations.
We're gonna try and have each group comment on each of the.
Yeah. Everyone don't stay just only in one place. Go around the room to see the problems and how they're tackling it. So not only one, you have to visit every single problem. Let's go.
As you might know, Stagger also influenced knowledge, application strength, right? So obviously, as you can see here, we're going to throw a solution in order to combat this problem. Let's be more precise. We'll have a problem right here. The top 3 we have are studying students and using ChatGPT. And I think that alternate solutions that can also work are detection, solving your problems, maximizing accuracy, and also working hard. Essentially, run that
Maybe it's you're in a cold room.
Albert Einstein.
I'm not in medical school yet. Studying chemistry right now. No.
You know how in society there's more skilled.
There's not really any purpose.
So like naturally,
You wanna be a
iron
doctor?
iron sharpens iron.
What's
So
I think some sort of surgeon, but I'm not too sure.
that was one idea I was just saying.
You just take the comment and write it down. You don't have to defend your idea.
I feel like surgery is good because it's not AI replaceable.
Maybe by like IYC 30 of it.
And then we'll have
So
Dr.
as you
Chen.
can
Last 1 minute, get all the feedback that you can.
If you're going into surgery, you don't want like, you would rather have an AI, like robot, like.
Like who can make this?
I mean,
I think
it's the same thing with like the what's called the auto driving cars in California, Waymo. It's the same thing with those versus like an Uber. And a lot of people are coming to like say that Waymo's bad.
in the distant future when artificial intelligence and technology becomes so precise.
Okay.
Because I see that I was in India, I was in a Goa medical school. And
All right, let's finish up our last comments. Let's make sure we got our enough comments and get back to our stations.
These are the people who can operate the robots.
I still feel like human skepticism is gonna stay.
I see your point, but also I understand, but let's see. I'll give you a.
All right, I want everyone to go back to their stations. Everyone back to their stations. Is everyone back in their stations?
That's, yeah.
Oh my God. Right?
Yeah.
All right. How did it go? I want those who were staying in their stations to speak their experiences. Yes.
I definitely learned a lot about my topic, and there's some interesting comments, but all in all, I think it's a very good experience.
All right. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yes.
It was a really good experience. People had questions. So.
All right. Back there.
I really enjoyed seeing everyone else's projects and everyone else's issues in their own regions. And I found that very interesting and refreshing.
Okay. Here in the middle.
Okay. It was really nice hearing the comments from everybody, and some people were able to like give extra solutions to include the solutions we already had for certain situations. And we didn't just focus on the particular sector that is divided, because we had different like opinions about positions, so we brought our opinions together and made it one. So we were able to like collaborate and make these different sectors follow that one umbrella of the same solution that would function for everything. Like even though it's different positions, but like these solutions could work in those different sectors as well.
Nice. How about here? No. Yeah, those.
Oh, okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so, my problem was that, like, there's a lack of transportation in Long Island, and I feel like it's not very accessible or efficient. So, I live half an hour walking away from my school, and actually in Nassau County, where I live, and we're also Chinese, they take separate taxes, school taxes, on top of the village tax, and state taxes, so many taxes. And these school taxes obviously go into schools, but are they like 100% boarding schools? It's questionable because they don't offer busing, at least my school doesn't. But they do offer busing for like athletes and disabled students, and I think it's unfair because like all students need to get to school. So typically the way that I transport to school is I'll take like my electric bike or my electric scooter, and it's actually illegal for me to take it because I'm under 16. You have to be at least 16 or older, but at the same time, you're not shaping solutions where students who are younger can transport to school more efficiently, especially when you're cold. So a solution for that is building bike lanes, because it's also illegal for you to ride like a bike or electric scooter or electric vehicle on the streets.
Okay.
So you have to ride like near the curb and on the roads, and you're right next to cars.
So how was the comments that the people indicated to you? Was it useful? How did it go? How was getting that, hearing feedback from the group to your solutions that you have explained to them?
A lot of people said that it was very specific and it was most efficient because like it hit the nail right on the head. So that's what I heard.
All right, nice. So yeah, so now what we did, like to go from the beginning, we had a problem, right? And then even in this small cohort that we have, we found maybe not exactly people that have the similar problem, but those who might have in the similar mindset that we might collaborate with to tackle a problem. And when you go to your own cities and schools, you have more people, right? And it is definite that you might even find the exact same people in your city or school that might have the exact problem or maybe similar problems. Again, we learned that we can collaborate together even with people not exactly the same problem or similar problem to come up with a general idea, as we discussed over here in the middle, and then combine it so that we can have a solution that would work for all, right? And what we did was come up with solutions. We discussed together, we did brainstorming on our own, and we have collaborated with those partners that we found to come up with better solutions and listen to the diversities that they had, right? And then from there, what we did, again, we might have thought our solutions are the best, but when people came by, usually it's like maybe we haven't thought about something in a certain way. They might just blimp it to us and say, oh, you can tackle it from this problem. Or maybe they have a network that they would be able to share with us. And then utilizing the iterative approach of Agile, which is, this is the solution, that's it. We can improve on our solutions all the way, right? Maybe this year we only implement one policy that indicates certain things, or we can have school buses only ride maybe people who are under age 14 and 15, 16 in this case, because the others can do the ride their bikes. And then as the funding and indicate that it is more useful and students are getting school safely, maybe we can increase the age limit or have it expanded to more and more, right? So those collaborations while trying to find solutions for our communities is very, very, very important, and that's what makes our idea into a solid foundation, and then hopefully grow and expand from there. And know that when you go out in the world, there will be people that would help you. So that slide didn't work. So you're not alone, and you can tackle the problems that you see, small by little, step by step, and you'll find a lot of collaboration around you. And IOI is, as we have started all the way back in 2015, what was 19. It? 17, yeah, with the even before COVID, but online. But then I was introduced to it like in 2021 after COVID. We came together, and now we're growing to a larger community. Why we formed all those partnerships and collaborations and interactions with the UN, but more importantly with the youth, with you guys, right? You guys have known us. Now we're listening to you. We try to elevate you. So that's a platform that we're working on and try to grow. Why? Because we want to be a part of the solution to empower the youth, right? And I believe that you guys can do and are up to this challenge. And hopefully this was a nice, engaging workshop. And I want you to clap yourselves so that you came up with a problem, came up with a solution. And now when you go back, you'll have an idea how to implement that, those solutions to fix those problems that you guys have, right? There anything that you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just concluded the workshop, but one thing that you should all keep in mind when you are working on solving these oftentimes global, if not local issues, is what the community itself actually needs. A lot of the time we're looking from the outside through this glass, trying to figure out how exactly we can solve the problems of communities that aren't of our own. And oftentimes these problems are very complex. Something that we think might work, might not work for them, and might not meet the exact needs of what these communities themselves need. So it's very important that when we come up with these solutions, we co-create these solutions with people actually from the communities. So taking in all of their input, hearing about what sorts of infrastructure they already have established, what sorts of resources that they have, whether it be financial or objects or people. And then we take all of that into account and then we work towards implementing all of those different aspects into creating a solution that actually works. And if any of you have questions afterwards, feel free to talk to us.
Okay, we have to wrap up the
Yes.
workshop because we have to
Yes.
go straight to the presentations. Okay, we will give you like 5 minutes to prepare. And guys, you've been working on this for the whole day. Like, this is not something that has to be perfect or anything. This will be your chance to really show us what you have done, what you have worked on, what you brainstormed. So don't feel like, you feel under pressure or you have to have a perfect presentation or anything like that. You can find your groups, the ones that you were working with in the morning with me, or the group that you were working with in Enes's workshop or Ali's workshop. And yeah, it's like we would love to hear what you learned, what you came up with, your mapping, projects. So are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get some energy.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be amazing. All right, let's go for it. Let's organize ourselves.
Good job, Enes. You did a very good job. Major empathy.
Yeah, and now we'll probably should start. Let's, okay, right? So like,